because you could now walk pain-free. One of HSI's very first email alerts directed members to the Tibetan herbal formula called Padma 4 years before other alternative health newsletters picked up on it. If a loved one has intermittent claudication or peripheral artery disease, do not miss our latest update. Users confirm a new Padma formulation is helping them sleep through the night and walk pain-free. But please note, these are very serious conditions. Don't act before you consult your free report. And then, thanks to your free reports, you'll learn some even more exciting news about cancer treatment because it's slimy and it grows like a weed, but it kills supercancers like kryptonite. This seaweed secret even destroys deadly liver, kidney, and colon cancers and was reportedly used to treat Chernobyl radiation victims. Now, we all know about the tragedy Japan suffered with radiation leaks following their devastating tsunami. But is it possible its citizens are actually the best prepared to deal with this kind of disaster? Allow me to explain. The secret I'm about to share is a true HSI success story. You see, it all started when scientists asked one baffling question. Why do the people of Okinawa hardly ever get any kind of cancer? With the world's highest percentage of 100-year-olds, this tiny Japanese isle has mystified health researchers for years. But one of Japan's greatest cancer researchers just uncovered their secret. And because the brilliant Dr. Kohima Kise also serves on the HSI research panel, our members learned about it first. As it turns out, Okinawans are very fond of a seaweed delicacy called kombu. In fact, they eat far more of it than anyone else in the world. And after many years of research, scientists have finally isolated the ingredient that makes it so healthy, a long-chain carbohydrate called fucoidan. Like many natural cancer fighters, fucoidan is a potent immune booster. But new research shows it goes far beyond other natural extracts you may have heard about. In the latest lab studies, it actually made cancer cells self-destruct in as little as 72 hours. So cancer cells die by the thousands, while healthy cells remain untouched. In fact, preliminary studies show fucoidan could be remarkably effective even against the deadliest cancer of all, chemotherapy-resistant lung cancer. Consider this. Are some hopeless patients discovering they just got a second chance? Plus, it makes other immune boosters even more effective. When combined with a powerful natural extract called AHCC, the results were near miraculous. Used together, these two potent cancer fighters have been shown effective against more than 30 different cancers. Just imagine having this dynamic duo available to you or to any of your loved ones. And best of all, it couldn't be safer. Bear in mind that the seaweed is a food staple for the ultra-healthy Okinawans, and its life-saving powers go far beyond the prevention and treatment of cancer. Sources report it was even used to treat radiation sickness among the victims of the terrible Chernobyl meltdown. Research is still in the early stages, but the life-saving potential is enormous. Years from now, you may hear about fucoidan from other health sources. But at HSI, we think you deserve to know what's going on in real time. After all, when you're battling cancer, every day counts. So don't you owe it to your loved ones to RSVP below and get the details? We'll share Dr. Makise's complete treatment protocol in your free report number 2, Cancer's Kryptonite, Amazing New Cancer Killers. This is where you'll also get the full story behind HSI's other top cancer discoveries, including the cancer magic bullet that was hushed up by a billion-dollar drug giant, until HSI alerted natural scientists and our 125,000 members. It's true. 10,000 times stronger than a common chemotherapy drug, the rainforest discovery Graviola might have been buried forever, if not for HSI. We also secured access to genuine supplies and preferential treatment for our members by the makers of this natural discovery, and we'll be happy to share full details with you too. You won't find out about these breakthroughs anywhere else, so why not become a member immediately? This is also where you'll learn what they're not telling you about today's most talked about natural cholesterol buster. The best-selling new natural cholesterol buster, polycosanol, was actually introduced to HSI members a decade ago, well before it was championed by some famed doctors that we admire. But does this cholesterol cure really work? As first reported in our November 2001 HSI Members Alert, this botanical extract has been shown in clinical studies to lower LDL cholesterol as well or better than leading statin drugs. Plus, it raises HDL cholesterol as much as 29.3%. We're delighted that others are sharing the news now, but before you rush out and try it, we wanted to share what our members have learned about why polycosanol doesn't work. Since HSI members have been using polycosanol for up to 10 years, they've learned a lot about how to use it correctly. Those getting the best results point out that the original studies all used a type of polycosanol extracted from sugarcane, yet the market is now deluged with brands extracted from beeswax, rice bran, and other non-sugarcane sources. And some published studies suggest that the beeswax versions may not be useful for cholesterol treatment. We have to agree. Doesn't it make sense to stick to the type that's been validated in clinical studies? Make sure that yours has been manufactured from sugarcane and insist on pharmaceutical grade. We'll share full details and recommended sources for this Members' Choice Award winner in your free report number 3, The Ultimate Cures for Heart Disease. So doesn't it make sense to become a member now? In your free report number 3, we'll also share details about how to repair stroke damage after the fact. Yes, this powerful palm tree extract is helping stroke victims turn back the clock. Free report number 3 will also tell you how to neutralize the artery hardener that's 10 times deadlier than LDL cholesterol. HSI was one of the first to go public with the facts about homocysteine, the rogue blood chemical that's now linked to heart attacks, Alzheimer's, cancer, and other killers. There's so much more, like the lurking catastrophe we've uncovered as panicked feds are predicting a killer flu. It's terrifying but true. Our own government has stockpiled 44 million courses of antivirals as it prepares for a possible pandemic. But it's too late for vaccines. However, a top-secret germ antidote developed by the Russian military could save your loved ones' lives. This long-overdue killer flu has finally arrived. It's spreading like wildfire among Asian poultry and has leaped the species barrier to humans. And appallingly, 72% of the victims are dying. Because this is not your normal influenza. It's the dreaded H1-type flu virus that struck just 3 times in the last 100 years. The 1918 outbreak alone killed up to 40 million people. The Asian flu of 1957 and Hong Kong flu of 1968 felled thousands more, and this one looks even worse. But the HSI network has been preparing against this for years. Our international research network has made natural germ fighters a #1 priority since our founding. We've discovered dozens in the past 13 years. Your free reports will include full details about the best, plus a shocking new breakthrough we've just uncovered that could dwarf them all. It was developed in secret by the Russian military to treat anthrax. In 2002, National Geographic published an article describing how a Russian military lab accidentally released weapons-grade anthrax into the wind. What they didn't report is what the Russians did in response. In fact, the Russian brass ordered top minds at the State Scientific Center Research Institute to develop a universal antidote for biological warfare agents. They researched over 600 different compounds and found one with astonishing power and safety. So how does it work? It's not a drug, but a probiotic capsule packed with friendly bacteria called Lactobacillus bulgaricus. And it couldn't be safer because it's a special strain of healthful microbes found in yogurt. Yet it makes your immune system attack unfriendly microbes with incredible speed. In fact, the person who imported this miracle to America gave it to his own daughter. She was suffering with a nasty bug, but imagine their surprise when this immune booster knocked out her flu in 8 hours. And there's more. One doctor reports it may even be effective against the incurable hepatitis C virus. And this was before the project got transferred to Bulgaria, where famed germ biologists there found out how to supercharge the friendly bacteria. The modified product is said to be 10 to 20 times more powerful. More than 50,000 doses of this remarkably safe anti-germ agent have been evaluated on human subjects, and the results could not be more encouraging. Users confirm it's effective against flu, colds, coughs, certain skin infections, and more. And it's just been made available in the U.S. Research is still ongoing, but in the view of the imminent flu epidemic, we believe it would be a crime against humanity not to publish the news. You'll find full details about this discovery, how to obtain it, and how to use it in a brand new free bonus report, Secret Germ Antidote Knocks Out Flu. This just published report is yours free when you become a member today, so do click on the button below. RSVP for all 13 free reports today. This is where you'll also learn how to use what one doctor is calling the most potent anti-fatigue compound ever discovered. Know anyone who wouldn't want 52% more energy? Imagine enjoying this power surge every day from now on. A clinical study indicates this new breakthrough works for stress-out workers, menopause sufferers, cancer patients, chronic fatigue victims, and nearly everyone else. When was the last time you crawled out of bed feeling like a train wreck? Join the club. Legions of stressed-out Americans are waking up tired, gulping coffee, tossing and turning all night with insomnia. Is there any way out of this black hole? Suddenly, wonderfully, now there is. One of today's most acclaimed biotech researchers, Dr. Floyd Tao, performed clinical studies on an all-natural treatment that he called the most potent anti-fatigue compound ever discovered. Codenamed Cobat, this is no experimental wannabe. It dramatically banishes tiredness and brain fog without the curse of insomnia. It works wonders for the seriously ill, and when ordinary stress sufferers use it, wow. I'd need tons of your time to run down all the results, so let me just list a few. In a small clinical trial, it greatly energized 90% of all patients with cancer, chronic fatigue, and hepatitis C. No matter what triggered the fatigue,